effect. They have these kind of blurry pictures, and you got to use your imagination. I mean, we've done some art interpretation.
And I'm more of a kind of pure geometric rather than organic kind of guy.
You think this looks like a little fishy or something? Perhaps what leaf?
Oh, come on.
So this reminds me of a painting I saw when I was at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, except it was hung up on the wall.
You need lipids for this.
Myelin sheaths on nerves.
The stain is obviously staining the myelin here.
The myelin sheaths surrounding axons, we can tell they're axons, although at this resolution it's probably not that clear, but we can tell within it there are these little granules that represent microtubules and neurofilaments, and you can also see mitochondria migrating down the axon.
This is what a blood smear might look like after an E. coli infection.
Snap?
Snap.
Snap.
Snap, very obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know why it says snap. I would have guessed it would have said veg F.
So this slide is actually a mistake.
Someone made this slide wrong.
I don't see allosteric regulation or phosphorylation.
Cocaine's a powerful drug.
I think it's a good thing.
SNAP. So this is our program for students in need of assistance.
Snap reps.
This is what it looks like when students try to find resources on their own.
A visual diagram of snap reps.
So as you can see, this is an important program we have here at Geisel.
That's a tree.
We're talking about trees.
And since there's no leaves,
We have a branch here with some leaves at the end.
here you see a tree, but you don't see leaves.
It looks like kind of like there's a kite maybe that was gonna get caught in the tree and the line was gonna snap.
It must not be summer because you guys have already learned in the first and second year that that's the time of the year that the trees will have leaves.
So, you know I'm a psychiatrist, right?
Oh boy.
Perhaps a displaced kidney? And this black stuff here? Who knows what? I love this though, huh? What do you think this is?
I mean, this shows so clearly some of the problems that, that face children who have tubes around their neck.
This is actually a slide from one of my own children, as you can see, a very young child. And this was a mishap at a birthday party. And if you look here, so these were the kids who were doing an activity. Instead of pin the tail on the donkey, this was the insert the NG tube activity that's played at many doctors' children's birthday parties.
Uh-oh. That's the wrong thing to feed your baby.
A really important thing is children should not be allowed to play with barium.
Misformation of the esophagus during children. It's a congenital thing where they just have a little stop here, not the word for it.
We can't see the other end of the esophagus, but it would probably be coming from the off the
So
trachea.
this is how you would use an x-ray to diagnose a tracheoesophageal fistula.
All right.
It's pretty clear what's going on here.
You guys don't remember this?
You know, there's a lot of parallels between rodents and people.
These are the folds you would see in a covering like a blanket or a sheet while you were observing rodent copulation.
This one's a little pervy.
I think in medical school we do not talk enough about this topic. I'm not sure if we emphasize this enough in our doctoring.
And I think this clarifies a lot of the things that your patients are going to want to know about.
Even if you just put over a small napkin or a tablecloth.
It's mounting in the male rats and not mounting in the female rats.
It's completely unimportant whether it's solitary or in pairs. It usually reveals the same pattern, which is distinguishable by this bump, which is extra in the male.
Sometimes patients do bring their little rodents in for visits, so it's important. They hide them.
If you have a patient who has sexual behavior, for example, you might want to focus on the MPOA. And if that doesn't seem to address the behaviors, I've had good luck with the VMH in my practice.
I've learned not to comment about differences between males and females, so no further comments.